trailhead for the beginning of the Falls to Hotham Alpine crossing. So 37 k's that we're doing over 3 days and 2 nights. It's reasonable conditions at the moment, not too windy where we are, so about to get started. Got my mate Clarky with me, who's just up the hill there in the background. So yeah, there's really not any snow left up here from the last few days. It's pretty much all melted off at Falls Creek. There was a bit up at Hotham when we dropped the car up there yesterday, but it's pretty much all melted off over this side. So anyway, today's about 14 k's. So we go through to camp tonight at the Cope Hut campsite. I don't think there's too much up and down today, so hopefully it should be pretty good going. And just about to get into it. Making good progress. We've just finished coming through a little adjoining sort of fire track for a little short section, and now we're basically coming through sort of a more tree-lined area, and it's the wind sort of dropped a little bit in here because it's a bit more protected. So yeah, really nice sort of little section through here with the snow guns, and yeah, great bit of trail. So we're probably going to be stopping for lunch in about less than 2 k's from here, so coming up to a hut. So we'll probably just have a rest stop there for some lunch, and then maybe do a little side trip to one of the other huts or a peek around there. So yeah, see how we go. But yeah, it's just such a good day for it. Really lucky with the way the weather's worked out after a fair bit of snow up here earlier in the week. So yeah, it's very enjoyable. Well, we've just stopped for lunch. We've actually come up off the trail and sort of come through the bushland a little bit just to get up to this hut up here. I can't remember the name of it actually, but yeah, it's just a really nice little spot, just a sheltered little hut that yeah, we're just sort of sitting on the veranda of that and having some lunch. And it's, yeah, the temperature's actually quite nice even after having stopped. So yeah, really, it's been a great morning of walking. We're about 9 k's into the walk, so about 5 k's to go to get to Cope Hut, which is where we're camping tonight. So we're making pretty good time. Yeah, we've been taking it pretty easy, and just enjoying the scenery and the great conditions that we've got. So yeah, good little spot here. So we've been heading further along the trail after having a hearty lunch and some coffee at the Dibbins Hut, and we've actually just come up a little side trail to one of the other huts called Wallace's Hut, which is the one just behind me there. I think we've got about another 2.5 k's or so to go till we get through to Cope Hut, which is where we're camping tonight. So yeah, we'll sort of keep on heading down to there, and then get our camp set up for the night, and settle in there for the late afternoon and tonight. So we're just coming up into the campsite at Cope Hut here, which is just up here, and just heading to the other side of that to go and check out the campground, get set up. So we're here at our campsite at the Cope Hut campsite, and yeah, we've just sort of finished up dinner, finished washing up. Still a little bit of light around. The sun's just starting to set over the little hill behind us, and this is the view that we're sort of looking out to from one of the tent platforms we've got, which is tent platform 2. So I'd recommend going for that one if you come up here. It's probably got the best view of all of them. So yeah, nice spot up here. Probably something to be aware of also is the birds will come and try and get your food. That actually happened to Clarky just before getting dinner prepared. They got into one of his food bags and shared a bit of his dinner. So that's something else to note. And also the water tank here is not huge, so probably in the dry weather that might start to dry up a little bit. So it's probably worth trying to get a little bit of water along the track as you're coming up to this campsite, because we saw plenty of that along the track today. So that's another little bit of advice. Yeah, we're looking forward to settling in here for tonight and setting out for day 2 tomorrow morning. Good morning everyone. We've just not long ago started day 2, walking out from the Cope Hut campsite, and we've done just a little bit of a road walk as a slight sort of detour to the beginning of the Mount Cope track. So we're just going to go up onto the summit of that. It's only about 1.5 k's from the road, so we'll head up that and then down the other side of it to rejoin the main trail. So yeah, just about to start heading up this hill behind us here. Yep, so nice bit of uphill to start the morning. So yeah, here we go. Well, we've just stopped for a nice coffee break up on the top of Mount Cope, or very close to the top of it, just in a little sheltered rocky area here out of the wind. So yeah, we've got really good views from up the top there. It's 360-degree views of all the surrounding mountains. And we're going to cut out a path down through the bush to join back onto the main trail. So we're just about to sort of work out what the best way is to get down off here again. Yeah, just about to do that and set off again, and we'll pick up the main trail again down the bottom. just had a bit of a stop for lunch and had a nice little shady spot under some trees after a lot of very sort of open terrain that didn't have any sort of trees or shade or anything. So yeah, that was a nice little stop there. Just going to go and have a quick look at this bit of snow behind us. There's still a little bit of snow around. Well, after lunch we sort of beat our way through somewhere off the trail, just through all the kind of grass and scrublands. It was actually a really good little side track, so we joined back up with the main trail just not long ago, and we've just swung around to the right now and starting to head down into the valley here, which is where the Dibbins Hut where the Dibbins Hut campsite is. So yeah, that's the last part of the hike today, and then we've got the big climb up tomorrow up to Hotham, which I'll show you is behind us there. So that's going to be yeah, a big climb up in the morning for 8.5 k's pretty much. So after a pretty strenuous day today, we've made it to the Dibbins Hut campsite. So I'm just actually down at the little river here, just soaking my feet. I started to get quite sore big toes. I think they were just knocking a bit on the front of my boots. So yeah, just giving them a nice sort of cool down. The water is pretty icy, so it's probably going to be good for them. Yeah, but it's a really nice spot in here. Just very relaxing. It's right down the bottom of this sort of valley, so we've got a very big climb up to Hotham tomorrow morning. But yeah, I don't think we're thinking about that right now. Just enjoying being set up, or about to get set up down here, and yeah, getting some food underway for dinner and relaxing after a big day. Good morning. It's the final day of the Falls Creek to Hotham Alpine crossing. We had a very cold night last night. Actually woke up with a frost, so the tents got pretty iced. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. It's totally blue skies, sun's out, so it won't be too long and we'll be probably feeling hot. So we're all packed up. It's about 8 o'clock. We're just about to set off from here, from the Dibbins Hut campsite. It was a really good little spot actually, just by the river here. So yeah, we've got a big climb up to Hotham for the hike today. So it's about around about 9 k's, mostly uphill. So we've got a bit of a slog ahead of us, but yeah, it should be a good end to the hike. So yeah, just about ready to go. Well, we've just done the hardest part of today's hike, which is straight out of the campsite, going up pretty much the side of a mountain for about 3.5 k's. We're basically now back at or almost probably above the altitude we were at yesterday before we went down into that campsite. So yeah, we've come up and knocked off most of the altitude gain for today, which is good. And yeah, Hotham's looking closer and closer. So you know, we've got amazing weather though. It's just been so good the whole trip. So yeah, it was a real slog this morning up that mountain, but we knew we had to get that out of the way. So just stopped up here in this really nice little area that's got a hut, which is just behind the camera here. And we've had a set of coffee and a bit of a snack up here. And then we're going to sort of push through for the final section, which, yeah, I think it'll be mostly sort of undulating and not too steep from here on. So, yeah. Anyway, great day for it. We're just about to head off and finish off the last section. Well, we have made it. Officially got to the end of the Falls Creek to Hotham Alpine crossing. Officially 37 Ks. We reckon we've probably done a bit over 40 with the little side trips that we did along the way. So it's yeah, just been amazing weather, and you can see it today. We're up on Hotham, which was windy the other day when we brought the car up, but it's just almost still up here now. So yeah, just beautiful weather. So we're glad we probably knocked this over in the morning, just before it started to get a bit warmer. But it's just almost 12 o'clock now, so just be good timing to head back down the mountain and get into Bright for some lunch, and then we will head back to Melbourne after that. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. Really good hike. Great to just sort of see the high country. You know, we've had the ability to see a bit of snow as well, which has been pretty good. So in December, which is quite amazing. So nice change to some of the other ones I've done this year, and yeah, definitely recommend coming to check this one out. So that's it. We're about to jump in the car, head back down the mountain. That is this hike done, and I will see you guys out on the trail next time.